Alright. Hello everybody, Sprocket here from Keep It Copacetic Gaming, and I am back in Outer Worlds 2. I'm gonna make a little bit of progress. Work on some side quests and whatnot. At least that's the plan for today. Or tonight.
That helmet. You think it's fun? What do you want now?
Okay, yeah, now I remember where I left off. I got the gun and everything I wanted out of this one.
If x is the square root of -1 and you distribute the two binomials together, then the coefficient is... Oh, may all our endeavors yield expected results.
Okay,
Hello, motherfucker.
welcome in the world. Welcome in. How's it going? Or should I say evil buttface? I'm doing good. I can't complain. Just had 2 sausage rolls. Oh. Would that be the same as like pigs in a blanket here? Alright, I think... Yeah, let's go ahead and do your little quest line. Pigs in blankets. Oh, wow, that's one of the few things that's the same thing in England as it is over here. Go figure. Oh, sausage wrapped in bacon. Yeah, a pig wrapped in pig. Can't go wrong with that. Don't use the streaky bacon, though. I could go with much leaner bacon. Bacon doesn't need the amount of fat that it has from here. Field agent.
Glad we could make a deal.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a little quest for you, too. Okay. $40 slices of bacon cost you $23.53. Pretty cheap. God, I haven't bought bacon over here in so long. I don't even know how much it is here. $4 a pound. That's not too bad.
Protectorate scum squeezed us good this time. I feel like a sprat of unusual size in a cage meant for miniature breeds.
It's long past time we go on the offensive.
I've been authorized to offer a substantial bonus to the first squad that pushes through. Sorry, ain't interested. Everything we've tried has been rebuffed. There's no good in a bonus you don't live long enough to spend.
No, that's true. Okay.
I'm open to ideas. What would you expect that they've done with the archive?
Clearly, they've added more automechs and turrets. I believe they have more soldiers. Apparently, they know how to use the archive better than we did.
Poppycock. It can't be that much more fortified than when we were running the place, can it?
Trust me, it is.
I just healed and an auto dock is right there. And there's a waste of food. It might be a 50-50 split, to be honest. But probably, well, maybe this game slightly more because I do play this game more during the week than I do Grounded.
I cannot believe how bloody cold this place is. I can literally see my words freeze before my face as I say them.
Oh, stop complaining. At least the ship's hull breaks the wind. Imagine how bad it would have been out here before this thing fell.
Okay, I suppose that's true. The one gracious thing the Protectorate has done for us is to shoot down our supply ship filled with munitions and rations.
Like 6 hours in 2 weeks? Wow. I've been there, though.
The scrappers are getting closer and sniffing around at night. They give me the creeps.
I would rather have them scavenging than attacking us. So long as they stay over there, I say it's live and let me continue to draw a paycheck.
True, but that wreckage isn't going to hold their interest forever. Eventually, they're going to come over here and see what we have that's worth taking.
Okay, so there's scrappers around. CBA? What does that mean?
Welcome, distinguished consumer, to the front lines of Auntie's Choice. We hope you enjoy your time under our protection.
Yeah.
Okay, I've checked and rechecked my contract, and when I signed with Andy's Choice as a salvager, I was assured adequate protection to conduct normal operations. Yes, they did include a rider absolving them from a random and or unexpected aggression from hostile persons, flora, or fauna, but they can't possibly argue that applies when they put us in the middle of a war zone, can they? Nevertheless, that is what they assert about the myriad terrors we are facing on this thrice damned planet. Thus, they argue the corporation need offer us no protection, no defenses, and no hazard pay. But I suppose that hardly matters at this point. There are horrors in every direction. Rescue can't reach us, and all the bits in the universe couldn't buy us a way out of this frozen dungeon. Still, all else being equal, I'd rather be a rich, frosty court than a poor, frosty corpse. Wow, okay. Oh, you can't be arsed. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I've been there. Okay, what is in the vending machine? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Be glad you got a 2-week break from your mate's kid. Oh. How old's the kid? I was up to NASA than Florida. Nice. They picked a hell of a time to come to the U.S. Oh. You couldn't pay me to come here now. Not with the way the U.S. is right now at the moment. You couldn't fucking pay me. Well, yeah. I mean, none taken. Like, I definitely no. Shit's insane here. I don't even want to be here. We're not the place to come visit anymore currently. Hopefully one day we can get back to being a place people would want to come and visit. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Are you alive? Why the hell are you sleeping in a Yamcha pose? But it's people being like, I'm sorry, but you guys are all immigrants in America to start with, either from Ireland or other countries. Yep. You speak your language. But need to dumb down certain things, yeah. It's like it's destroying her queen's tongue, as we call it, when she was alive. Then the pronunciation due to accents. Time shift really annoy you. On one side based on the immigrant claim. There's correct one. Yeah. Yeah, with the English being different over here. English dictionary is correct. Be the well, yeah, that'd be where Oxford Dictionary came from, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound pleasant. Okay, let's go do this thing for Inez. Huh? See, there's been helicopters flying for the last few... Jesus! Are you in London?
Hey, not our scraps. Go away!
No! These are scraps now. Finds it, we keeps it. Go away.
You dumb or dumb? Lots of scraps near here. Go get you home. Try to take our scraps, we fight.
We want fight much as scraps. Crew, go! Fight! Attack!
Scraps are bound. Get a train
And here we see the wild addicts fighting each other to a certain dominance. Oh, that was Marisol.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Trina time! Give it!
Maybe, I don't even know if I let them. Your prime ministers can. Did you hear about the meningitis outbreak? Oh, please tell me you don't. Well, I guess anti-vaxxers ever. Is it because of anti-vaxxers? I've heard that meningitis is on the is coming back. Wait, are they planning a lockdown because of the meningitis? Facing Ken at the moment. It's bacterial. Oh yeah, then vaccinations wouldn't do anything for it. Damn. Maybe the Earth is done with our shit. Coccal disease is serious, but an uncommon illness caused by pneumococcal bacteria. Can lead to meningitis, inflammation of the lining of the brain, and sepsis, blood poisoning. The onset can be sudden, which is why knowing the signs and symptoms and acting quickly is so important. There are multiple strains, B, C, W, X, and Y. Treatments, antibacterial. Ooh. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. Like, at all. I've heard of meningitis before. I didn't realize it was that it affected the lining of the brain. That explains why it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
Nimby's the string you have in New England. All their scrap is mine. I'm gonna head about now. All right, well, thank you for stopping in, man. Oh, explosive set. Okay. Well, I can't do anything with that. All right.
Hostile ahead. What's the play, Commander?
Keep my lamps open.
Let me handle this.
Her head just landed right in front of me.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Well. Sure, there's a lot of scrappers through here. in the kitchen sink. Oop, that's something. Operational flight logs. Cartridges. 2,459. The flight to Dorado went smoothly, though I find a number of our nav keys within the system to be somewhat wanting. By the time the astrogator finished the declaration course that it had calculated, we had damn near parked beneath the waves of the moon's largest uranium ocean. A few minutes to burn from the main thruster and the gathering my horde. Wait, after a few minutes of burn from the main thruster and the gathering my horde would have been gathering liquid ore from Dorado's molten core. Filed a formal complaint with the astrogation authority, but was told that since we had suffered no miserable economic malfeasance, they would only take action if someone in my direct organization had access to a politician capable of censoring the authorities' directorship. Or in other words, I am not connected enough to keep them from telling me to get bent. Okay, our charter and main contact. Our charter and main contract and my contract stipulate that I carry whatever cargo Auntie's Choice books at or above my negotiated rates. Well, and that's fair enough. This log serves as a reminder, however, that in my next contract I need to include a series of riders limiting the smell, both by noxiousness and by volume, of the cargo that is loaded into my beloved horde, as well as a charge through that cost of any cleanup to the deeply offending party. There is apparently no amount of antiseptic that will successfully purge the odor that has accompanied Auntie's 8th Raptidon Wranglers. So even with them gone from the special almost a fortnight, their stench hangs in the as fresh as it was that they came on board. Given the smoothness and rapidity of our initial endeavors into the system, the executive board filled us with promises that the campaign would be both quick and painless. They were, of course, certain to contain their exuberance short of any forms of actionable guarantee. But the reception of their propaganda was clearly as desired. Now, as losses mount and the financial strain of the missing shipments and murdered employees begin to strain all of our bottom lines, I am left wondering how best to secure my own future. Every bit I've ever made has been sunk into gathering my horde, and if something were to happen to the ship, I have no notion of how to make ends meet. Our next run to ship munitions at Cloister. After that, I may see if it's within my contractual rights to refuse volatile cargo. If an incoming torpedo were to strike the hull during atmospheric entry, I can only imagine how many pieces they'd find scattered amongst the snow. External sensors determine incoming object, multiple hull impacts, hull integrity of 14.5%, pressure failure. Had 89.62% of bulkheads. Life support sensors detect rapid loss of internal pressure. Audio sensors detect excessive crew caterwauling. Personnel sensors detect crew exiting without authorization. Detect crew occupancy at 0%. Okay. So what's the point of this? Closer shivering sprat tongue. What the fuck is this?
Open! Open! You listen my hammer and open!
Aggressors in range.
Bang bang on your door like an old grandmother come visit with yummy food. Wanna let her in so can loot all good things and scraps. Grandmother knows you got scraps stashed inside. Stupid dumb safe won't let old grandma in. You bad!
Save combination. Okay, so I need a save combination. Huh.
Hello, motherfucker.
Welcome in, sweet. Welcome in. How's it going? You're already making use of that emote. Wait, are you trying to call me a raging anus? Motherfucker.
This must be the place Ortiz mentioned. Hard to fathom a lab in those caves.
Ursipod Defender. Okay, so I'm guessing those are the caves. So where is this combination that I can get for that safe?
Armed and ready.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Lay down fire.
Rats raring to go.
Patience. Still recharging. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Time to earn my commission.
Torpification in progress. They're benumbed. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Fucker. Stop spitting me, damn you. An advanced decryption key, okay. Okay, Mantisaur. Okay, is this the cave I'm supposed to go in? Does this wrap around to the cave I'm supposed to go in? Nah. Okay, what is the point of this cave? Is there a reason I'm here? Is it just a neat little thing to come find? Huh. Okay, I guess that was just a neat little thing to find. Yeah, I guess that was just a neat little thing to find. Alright, the caves are over here for her, I think. Alright. Let's go help out her friend. Oh.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Torpificator is charged.
Fucking drain flies, I swear, man. Alright, into the cave. You just cheered 3 bits. Why, thank you. Did you expect me to die? You're trying to do something else. So you're saying you didn't mean to give me 3 bits? Okay. Well, thank you anyway. You basically just gave me 3 pennies. Or actually, I think after Twitch's cut, you may have actually just given me 1 penny. Order disciple. Scott Bronson. Our. Scott Bronson, our scenes have determined that you're likely to be especially cold conditions today, and that you should remember to wear your cold weather gear. Okay, well, you didn't.
Whoa. Commander, hold up a moment. Are you hearing this? It's some manner of distress signal. Encrypted. One of Auntie's, I'm certain, but this one ain't entirely familiar to me. Can't unless you have an Auntie's Choice patented codebreaker on your person. Reckon we'll need to find the signal's source. If it's not to do with the lab, I'll be damned. We should press on.
Vulnerabilities identified.
God, this just reminds me of the tornado warnings we used to get. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think I've actually heard this from a tornado warning here in forever. The national broadcast or whatever. The emergency broadcast system here. I don't think I've heard that in forever now that I think about it.
Commander, you're bleeding.
I have... I've got the armor to fly. I just sank like a rock. What the hell happened? Huh. Well, how was your day, sweet? I'm caving. It was meh. A good meh or a bad meh? Or just a meh meh? Get off me.
Total escapement in progress. Mitigating the threat. Combatant scan.
Just meh meh. Could there ever really be a good meh?
Hey, get me go-getting it.
What the fuck happened to you?
Beck, go ahead. Tell me what ails ya. Generally, I like to err on the side of mercy. But we made the right call, putting down the cultists in Newton. Elsewise, we'd have unleashed their chaos on the rest of the world. Fine by me.
What happened to you? Oh, nope. Did you just mean to cheer another bit? Thank you for the bit. Okay, yeah, this is where I went across. Okay, yeah. Wait a minute.
What in the void? Law, I think I've seen enough death to fill 3 lifetimes. And it don't get any easier. What happened here?
What are you talking about? We happened here with all these things. What the fuck are you talking about?
He spent his last moments crawling over to this terminal from the wreck. Sorry, friend. Wait. He's got a code breaker on him. Let's see.
What?
I'll be damned. That powered up the elevator. Signal's stronger than ever now. These poor bastards must have been responding to it same as us. This must be the lab.
At least Auntie's Choice had the good sense to leave the back door operational. Can't say I'm yearning to see what they've done with the place, though.
I just want answers. Let's go.
You have like 40 bits? Jesus. Don't mind me, you're not gonna be needing this anymore. Is that a trauma kit finally? Okay. So they crashed into here? Are you trying to see what you could do with them? Ah. Standing orders, don't ask questions. 1, don't ask questions. 2, keep all comings and goings quiet. Do not record the time or location of the supply drops. 3, report any unusual activity in the mall immediately. 4, should any emergency signal be received, head to the mall immediately, arms and ready to extract all Auntie's Choice personnel. 5, for law's sake, please take care to practice your landings. If you can't land gracefully on a clear day, how do you expect to do so in whiteout conditions? Welp, they didn't.
Hello? Is anyone there? I have been signaling for help incessantly. Come quickly. I'm trapped in my office, by the foyer. The others, I fear they might have lost their lives at the hands, claws of escaped beasts. Mind yourself.
That's him. That must be the doctor. He's got no idea an entire squad died trying to fly in here and save his sorry ass.
That's assuming he'd care. I'd give that roughly a 1 out of 10 chance.
Yeah, I doubt he cares. The bad news is how long it took for us to hack into the building. Fingers are still thawing as a type. The good news is that the Order were apparently dumb enough to leave all this equipment behind when they hauled out. Don't they know value when they see it? Their loss our gain, I say. Figure most of the machinery can be repurposed, or just about for just about whatever we can dream of. Heard tell that a member of the experimental sciences department was scouting for new facilities to commandeer. Was even offering a handsome finder's fee. Reckon I'll take inventory. Fucking drainfly, piss off. Reckon take inventory. Send him word straight away. Doors barred shut.
Ain't getting through that unscathed. Seriously. Don't send me in there.
Go, Inez. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Looks like a fight.
Ow, you little shit! Where the fuck did you... Why did you bite me and run off, you little shit? What the hell? You come out of nowhere, bite me, and run off like a cat. Fucker? I get to keep the full amount of this? Okay. Well, what do you know? I can disable this uranium flow. Hack away. Archived from the Office of Protector Subject Evacuation Order. To ecological laboratory personnel from the Office of the Proctor. My diligent archivists and scienticians, the war is encroaching on our doorstep. By my calculations, we have approximately 3.14 days, an admittedly auspicious figure, to vacate and cordon off the premises before any of our research and or personnel fall into the hands of the invaders. Complete all your calculations in a collected and timely fashion, and prepare all sensitive data for extraction. All machinery is to be kept on low power, so that the order when the order inevitably emerges victorious, we may return and commence our research with immediacy. May the numbers guide you all. Okay. After a thorough perusal of all the machinery and equipment at our disposal, I have to say we've hit the proverbial jackpot. Those order nuts sure knew how to build a place. Everything is functioning as expected, and there's enough uranium here to power our lab operations for years to come. I'm a whit concerned about the pressure valves in the boiler room. Operating them appears to require precision, a precision I'm not familiar with, and I've not yet had time to test them thoroughly. Were some kind of accident to occur, I'm sure. Some safety usual methods of hit a pipe until I can hear a loud clunk will suffice. So not Rufus bit the back of your leg this morning. See, like I said, like a cat. Mine still does that to me every so often, especially if I don't give him his snacks soon enough. Popped him on the ass and went to work. Got a call from your aunt this afternoon asking me if I changed the time his food dropped. Oh, is that why he bit you? Because he didn't get fed fast enough? To Mechanist Larry Tate. You see with the valves. Your insistence that we research the valve network and develop failsafe measures for solid network has become increasingly irritating. If something were to become disruptive with this uranium, and I'll repeat this will never happen, I'm certain you will win the battle against a couple of knobs and wheels. My concern, Mechanist Tate, is that this obsession is nothing more than a way to distract from your duties, which I remind you is to lure those ursopods from outside into the cages I provided. If you cannot handle this task, I know the executive who assigned you here will be quite interested to know about it. Okay, I think I might wind up murdering this man. Maybe. Apparently his feeder didn't go off this morning or this afternoon. Oh, wow. So he's just sat there and starved for a day. How dare. Doors barred shut. Okay.
What are they doing in this place? Ain't no purpose for this clear disregard for life.
This is where we all nod and say it's humanity that are the real monsters.
I mean, well, that is true. Humanity is the real monsters. Okay. Well, how? How? Hoo-ha.
Hope he got a refund on his Raptidon repellent.
Tate speaking. I need the record to show that I have reported many times that these pressure valves have fallen into disrepair, only to be ignored each of those times. And now I'm out here in the voided cold, attempting to stop this leak from getting worse. And what was that? Stay back, creature! Blast that doctor for locking the gadget in the gun safe. This is when I need it. Maybe.
Hmm. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. What? Well, is he happy now that he's been fed? Actually, how is Zelda doing? Huh. Zelda's good. Okay, door still barred shut.
What's... Hola, Ortiz?
Yeah, that's Ortiz. Where? Where the f...
I had a notion of what I might encounter here. Test tubes, records, some graphs kept on ice, but not this. Law. My heart just about stopped when I saw him. I thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but no. This man, whoever he is, he's been dead for a time. Two weeks. Law. And he's just being kept here. Not even a proper burial, just treated like a thing. Void, damn it. This poor man. The test subjects. Ortiz. All of them are dead. All of them left in ruin by the butchers running this place. All of them could have been me. That ain't true. It weren't abandonment. It was breakage. I knew what would happen should anything go wrong. It made me a liability. It endangered my unit. I can't blame anyone else when I knowingly accepted the risks. But they gave me hope when I had nothing. If that was a lie, then where does that leave me? Suppose I've always known something to be true, though. If nobody's privy to what the powerful do behind closed doors, then they can do anything. It's folk like us who pay the price. All that matters now is finding that doctor. He's got a reckoning coming. My aim's steady, if that's your concern. I'm sorry. I'll be fine once we breathe fresh air again. Just need this to be over.
Okay, hang on. What is her quest? Okay, hang on. I need to look at a walkthrough on this. Because I don't know exactly what those missing requirements were for. Okay, I think, I need to read the other stuff on the terminal. I don't understand why she's still siding with Anthony's choice. It's fucking stupid. Okay, so there's supposed to be other terminals and stuff. read that. Okay, Is there a way to get into this room? Because the other terminals might actually be in here. There's gotta be a way. Okay, well, I've got the game saved, so there's that.
What's... Hola, Ortiz? No. No, it ain't him. I thought... Commander, help me make sense of this.
Uh-huh. Now I extra want to kill this scientist.
Yeah, I think we're gonna kill this one. Okay, okay, archived. Nursing the Ursapod. A scientician report. What began as a humorous extracurricular study of ursopods has become something of a passion. Countless hours of observation over countless bottles of Pinnacle tea has concluded in the realization that the ursopods are hardy and hearty creatures. They are not lone predators, rather they have been found to be living in groups of families in a layperson's terms. Whether they are related or otherwise biologically involved, we have not yet established. They play together in the snow. Can you imagine? As we get to know these ursopods from afar, we begin to fear that the archive's ongoing work would prove detrimental to Cloister's climate. As we were stationed here to ascertain. We are pleased to note that despite the minor erosion and melting of ice caps directly around the archive, the temperature of the planet has not noticeably increased. This is welcome news to all of us here at the laboratory, not only in regard to the ecological stability of the planet, but for the continual health and happiness of our ursopod friends. I don't know if I should have. I don't know if I should actually just give it all to the Order or not. Tip of the iceberg. It's come to my attention that my colleagues have hypothesized that I am one bead short of a functioning abacus. offer exploring the possibility of cultivating plant life on Cloister. But I am pleased to report that I have disproved such hypotheses. After much trial and error, I have repeated repeated orders of new seeding and repeated orders of new seedlings from Eden. I have successfully nurtured a specimen of glistening of ginseng to maturity. This particular specimen's seeds have exhibited an extraordinary amount of adaptive properties, leading me to believe that the plant could survive even without my careful tending. I will transplant several seedlings in the coming weeks for observation and try not to get ahead of myself daydreaming of a green cloister. Okay. Protocol in the event of malfunction. The following missive applies to all lab personnel. Please see Dr. Ramusin with any questions or concerns. In the event of malfunction, the subject in question should be immediately contained and kept under close observation. After any further developments, it should be noted in full. As for any subject that expires, it should be moved to the cargo hold and kept on ice within its containment chamber, in case any biological matters should need retrieving at a future date. Until further notice, the following subjects are to be kept in containment under close observation: Abdullah 3, Mentapillar 1, Sprat 38, Urspot 5, Cispig 1. Management regrets that there are no containment units large enough to host the most rambunctious of subjects elsewhere. So for now, they are to be kept on the main laboratory floor. All personnel are reminded to keep their distance and not maintain eye contact for too long. List of graft recipients. Lung. No signs of failure detected. Release granted after 3 days. To be curious. Catastrophic failure. Platelet transfusion attempted. Release not recommended until further analysis complete. Ortis. Signs of slow failure. Subject refused observation. Release granted after 8 days. Prototypical grafting subjects. Rapiton. Catastrophic failure. Autopsy and full report has been requested. This big success. Subject exhibits greater capabilities in speed, intelligence, and resilience. Recommended transferring to a containment unit for further observation. The Ursapod Cub. Pending subject has undergone preparation for surgery. Strongly recommend keeping its mother within our strongest unit. Containment unit.
Notion of what I might encounter here. Test tubes, records, some graphs kept on ice, but not this. Law. My heart just about stopped when I saw him. I thought Ortiz had come back, gotten himself in trouble, but no. This man, whoever he is, he's been dead for a time. They did this to another person? Law, it's a miracle Ortiz even made it out for what time he had left. Void, damn it. This poor man. The test subjects. Ortiz. All of them are dead. All of them left in ruin by the butchers running this place. All of them could have been me. Saying what, exactly? To experiment on further, no doubt. All that matters now is finding that doctor. He's got a reckoning coming. My aim's steady, if that's your concern. I'm sorry. I'll be fine once we breathe fresh air again. Just need this to be over.
I wonder if I should have mentioned something about the cub. I think I should have, because she's more of an animal person.
Over here! These beasts have me pinned down! Handle them straight away, please! I cannot let my genius be wasted here!
Boy, damn coward. We'll see how you beg when we're face to face. Oh, look left. That ursapod's mighty riled.
Only a gormless dunderhead would get between a mama ursapod and, well, anything really.
Okay. Oh.
Armed and ready.
Ow, you bitch. Fucker. So I need his key. Okay. She said look left. I think I know what I want to do. I'm gonna sick the Mama Ursapod onto the good doctor. This may take a few tries. If certain flora might be engineered to survive in controlled environments like Lapless Garden or this sunless lab, why can we not also engineer them to survive in the frozen wilds? I've seen success in modifying the properties of hardy plants like Arctic ginseng. After all, perhaps taking one step further is not entirely out of the equation. I'll begin with a small sample of seedlings as proof of concept. If it appears to be a viable avenue of study, why the possibilities could be exponential. Post-operative stimulant.
Is this the cub that Terminal mentioned? Still breathing, but only just. Boy, that must be his mama on the other side of the glass. We were too late for the soldier back there, but not too late for this cub. We should help.
Arctic ginseng. Examine. Operating a centrifuge is not difficult. In fact, it's quite intuitive. But due to repeated requests for guidance, here's your instruction manual. If you wish to concoct something like a stimulant, for example, simply gather the ingredients from the operation room and return to the centrifuge, insert the ingredients, and work the lever. Watch in amazement as the machine blends it. Once done, take the refilled cylinder and insert it into the medicament dispenser by the window. The subject will swiftly fall asleep or spring back into action. Mind yourself if said Springer is within close reach of fellow lab workers. But doctor, you ask, why are the ingredients stored in another room instead of here? Well, you have Trooper Wallingford's idiocy to thank for that. Using 20 cylinders of Arctic ginseng extract to make tea put a significant dent in our stockpile of stimulants. Why, hello there. After thorough testing, we've determined that this cub is at the peak of health for its age. No mean feat for a member of its species. Such resilience lends itself well to the procedure it's about to undergo. The essential question is, if we inhibit certain behaviors and psychological responses, would the bond between mother and the cub be thereby severed? And if so, might this procedure be used at large to disrupt ursapod herd mentality, and thereby making it easier to capture them or defeat them in a skirmish? With this experiment's completion, we might finally find the answers if. I don't know what waking up this little ursapod will do, but we're going to wake it up. Because why the fuck not? Manufacture a stimulant. Stimulant. Yeah, stimulant.
This'll help the poor cub regain his faculties.
Wake up, you little bastard. It's time to kill a good doctor.
Mama's rage is ebbing. Think this calls for a reunion.
Oh, look it. Look, the creature is proceeding.
Seems Mama's calmed all of the other ursopods too. Reckon we might walk on past.
Oh, thank the law, I'm saved. Release me at once, please. I'm so worried that nobody intercepted my distress signal.
Oh, we got his signal all right. Let's get the bastard.
I'd offer to bet on how this turns out, but I'm afraid the act might throw off my equations.
A manta pillar. Open. This one dead? Yeah, I think this one's dead. Wait a minute. Actually, before I let him go, what is on the other side of this door then? From the other way. I need his key for that, but over here. The cis pig.
Eyes up. I spy a vent.
Okay, something tells me I need to... Nope, not load. Save.
What wretched work. Poor creatures ain't got an idea what's in store for them.
Why the fuck? Wait. Why are they angry now? If you read nothing else in this missive, make it this. The critter catcher is a high-powered experimental prototype. It's not a toy. While this gun was regularly used to capture various fauna for our lab in the early days, one too many unfortunate incidents has forced us to restrict its access. As such, Dr. Rasmussen now has possession of the sole key card to open the catcher safe, and may allow access upon approval in emergency situations pending approval of the necessary paperwork. Once again, this gun is not a toy, and make your shots count for law's sake. We've wasted enough ammo on it as it is. I have the containment room key. Well, I didn't need his thing anyways. I don't know what this will do, but be free, dude. Be free.
Those things unnerve me.
Yep. I remember this from the first game. Those are pigs that they grafted, or genetically modified, not grafted, they genetically modified them to create basically edible tumors. Everything on that thing's back is basically an edible tumor. That is a cyst pig. Are we still good? Alright, so they're back to being normal. Okay, cool, good. What do we have here? A report of the archive's ecological impact. After careful analysis of more than 1,804 Arctic sprats, 507 ursopods, and 68 ice formations, it has been concluded that the archive continues to have a barely perceptible effect on Cloister's ecology. I commend the foresight of the architects, of the archive's architects, for containing all of the processing heat so well within the walls, within its walls. However, though slight this perceptible effect may be, over the decades, we may require more. I'm in the middle of drafting. All the evacuation orders. This message is intended specifically for any personnel who handle fauna. In addition to removing sensitive information on our research here, I must ask you release all arthropods in our observation suites back into the wild. Our archivist Leslie has seen to it that all arthropod subjects be given the proper medicaments to invigorate them and hasten their reacclimation. Perhaps their presence outside will have an added benefit of attracting any would-be squatters from overtaking our laboratory. Okay. Well, that was semi-helpful, I think. I guess. Maybe. Why does Auntie's choice gotta be every goddamn where? Why do you need her face everywhere? Now, another quick save.
Touching reunion between mother and child. Never thought such a thing could be engineered between the beasts. Fascinating.
You the doctor in charge here?
Indeed I am, soldier. And my, what a picture you are. What exquisite graft work. Might I trouble you for an examination?
So you're the one who butchered my friend, Ortiz. The one who tortured those creatures out there. Who killed that soldier.
What's going on? I don't know any Ortiz, I swear it. I'm just a doctor. Please, don't shoot. Records? I don't know of any such... Oh, bother. Fine, yes, I did complete a procedure on one Trooper Ortiz, along with 2 others. He eagerly offered himself up for this project's first human trials. Rather hasty in hindsight. I know what you're thinking. Yes, the grafting program was officially shuttered 6 months ago. That was not a lie. But I thought it a shame, and it seems I wasn't alone in that. I was recruited for this unofficial venture soon after. Don't understand the need for secrecy myself, but our sponsor demanded it. I dared not ask too many questions. What you have to understand is that being a regular soldier does not pay dividends, but being the ultimate frontline fighter does. They understood this. Unfortunately, understanding can only go so far, as each of their bodies rejected the graft. But I got exceptional data out of it.
Enough with the excuses. You absolute wretch. Any scientist with any shred of decency would have refused your position. Your precious data is nothing compared to those you killed.
I sympathize with your friend, soldier. Truly, I do. But if I mourned every failure within these walls, I might never operate again. You must understand that the work we do here is greater than any one life. We can change the galaxy for the better.
So can I, right now with a well-placed bullet.
If you require convincing that my experiments have led to many breakthroughs, witness me. My own lungs would have failed without my prototyping of a device to keep me alive.
That device any good at stopping a bullet?
Enough with the threats of violence. Listen here, if you choose to brutalize me, all of my research and knowledge will be gone. Forever. The suffering you've seen here will be nothing in comparison to the suffering I could prevent. Do you truly want to be the one to stand in the way of progress?
Hmm.
It's been a long time coming, but I believe I've laid the groundwork for treating injury and illness far better than modern medicine can manage. We are on the precipice of regrowing limbs that had been lost in accidents, reversing brain trauma, nerve damage, mayhaps aging one day. It would be a boon to humanity, and a boon to Auntie's bottom line.
Don't even start, Commander. I ain't keen on anything this man sells.
Let's not be hasty. I see your graft is a result of revision surgery. Your first go was botched, and you were considered a failure of the program, yes? I know what happened to those failures. Demoted, disgraced. It was horrible business. And yet, you still wear our colors. You want to reclaim your station, don't you?
You don't know anything about what I want.
Hmm. Huh. Okay, I don't... I think I was just reading she might be able to stay and help.
I'm not sure I should. If I accept such a bribe, what does that make me? Whether I want to regain my position or not doesn't matter. I don't want your help. I will not benefit from the pain of others.
You think there were no victims of the first program? That your existence isn't built off the bones of those who came before? You're no more righteous than I. You simply looked away. Now, if you stay your hand, I will grant you 2 state-of-the-art grafting parts. They cannot fail. Install one of them, and you'll see my earnest intent. You were never the broken thing they made you, soldier. If you wish it, you may still become a most extraordinary specimen.
No, no. Stop talking. Stay there. Don't make any stupid moves, understand? The adults need to have a talk over here. Commander, I don't know what to do. I came here intending to make him pay for what he's done. And I can't shake the reasons I've seen to burn this place to the ground. But what if he's right? What if something in his work is worth saving? What if this is my chance to make something of my life? To be accepted again?
Huh. Now this is where I'm having a difficult time thinking of this. The more I see about Auntie's Choice, it just more solidifies my idea that they have no business being here. They don't really... I don't like the way they run things. I don't like anything about them in general. Yet, I will admit, I was just looking this up. If I get Inez, I think if I can get her to do this, she'll side with Auntie's Choice. She stays with Auntie's Choice, but she works with the graft program from the inside. Though that being said, does the graft program actually need to be a thing? Does Auntie's Choice actually need the power to make essentially super soldiers? I don't think they need to have the ability to make super soldiers. Personally, I do not. Use it as a true force for good. Okay, yeah, so if you leave him alive, she basically stays with Andy's choice and tries to use the grab program as a thing of good. If you kill him, she will initially feel vindicated, but doubts begin to swirl as time passes. She'll resolve herself into dismantling the grab program for good by sullying Cohen's reputation. Okay, by killing the doctor, you will lock yourself out of the Ursubot Mandasor graphs, but you receive the mechanical augmentation. Okay, so she... These are the questionable measures. Seek out evidence that you can broadcast over the airwaves from the undisputed claim to dismantle the faith in the company and force Cohen to resign. Okay. So now I have my choices. I know what I can do. Honestly, I kind of feel like killing the dude and just dismantling the graph program. I feel like that's a better thing. Auntie's choice does not need the ability. They should not have the power to create super soldiers like Inez. They shouldn't. And the more I play this and the more I deal with this, the more I'm actually leaning to siding with the Order. I don't even know why I originally thought to broker the peace deal. Auntie's choice is no good. Oh, fuck. Hmm. I know what I need to ask. Hmm.
I think you have the right of it. You felt that rage with me, Commander, back there in the lab with the soldier. Even now, we can see what could have been. I trust you more than anyone, I think. The fact you're of the same mind only bolsters my inclination. Now, I ain't condoning what happened here. I won't disrespect Ortiz or the other victims as such. But if we continue this research, know that it cannot, must not be like this. We can trust Doc Tinsley to set things right. One can only know goodness if they're led by example. But if this doctor doesn't take direction, we'd only be repeating the cycle. We would be complicit.
Wait a minute. Do I have to have a speech of 11 to do this? What the fuck? I don't think I have enough.
Yes, I know. Too much is riding on conditions, but that doesn't mean I can't try. For every person helped, it could make this all worth it. It's your lucky day. You'll live. Pack up your things and head straight to Fairfield to Doc Tinsley. You want to continue your work, you'll follow her lead.
Thank you, soldier. Thank you. I won't forget this, I swear. I'll unlock the cases for you now, as promised. Take the graphs you like and let me know how they work out, won't you?
Make no mistake, I ain't doing this for my own gain. If you say you can help other folk, you best deliver on that promise. Let's get out of here before I change my mind.
I've lifted the lab out of lockdown. There. The graphs are yours.
New lab. So begins my first account at a new laboratory. I must admit, I had my doubts during our outrageously frigid expedition through these caves, but now the work is finally beginning. My heart is singing. With no restrictions to stifle me, I believe we'll make swift progress with the grasp beyond what even the executives could dream. Our only limit is our own abilities. Normally, I might scoff at using second-hand equipment, but I must admit these older fellows do appear to know their science. They don't appear to know how to keep doors reinforced, however. That cave-in at the cargo door is letting quite the horrid draft. Mayhaps the next soldiers will arrive with supplies that can be put to work fixing it. First, the idiot wastes countless samples of Arctic ginseng in our storeroom. And now he's made off with our one-of-a-kind prototypical coverall set. The utter buffoon. Archivist Leslie has urged me to send word to corporate or to put a warrant out for his capture by other forces in the region, but no, I shan't. Not only will I not let that wandering fool bring unwanted eyes towards this operation here, but it's only a matter of time before the elements claim him. And I might send the mechanist or two, mechanist or two to retrieve the prototype off of his body. Poor form trooper Wellingford, you died as you lived. Okay. I have been instructed to stress the importance of keeping the lab's location and purpose secrets. What we do here may only be discussed between those of us who are present in the lab at any time. No, your buddies planetside or your off-world lovers are not exempt. From this rule. Anyone found to be exchanging confidential information will be swiftly reprimanded and demoted. As a reminder, when you are on duty here, your only outside contact will be with the troopers who make weekly supply drops in the maw. And no, they are not exempt from the previous rule either. Sir, not only not to cause undue alarm, but I write to inform you that we've experienced a bit of a uranium leak here at the laboratory, but my best mechanist is investigating a fix as I write this. I expect operations to be back up and running at full capacity this time tomorrow. Just know that if you for some reason see a dip in productivity during this time, this will be the only reason why. I'm just up as set as you are, sir. I had to put one of my most exciting experiments to date on hold just as surgery was due to begin. Still, I trust the results will be well worth the wait for both of us. Okay. An unwelcome development has occurred. It seems that the beasts in containment are more clever than we realized. As we've been distracted with the leak, the creatures have seized the advantage and broken free of their cages. And how they rampage. Oh, how they roar. I have sent an emergency SOS signal out over this frequency to use for our supply drops. With any luck, they will hear our plea and swoop in for the rescue. If they do not, well, I fear nobody in this lab will be left alive in the wake of these ravenous beasts. I might suggest putting a cover story together in case. I'm questioning if this dude needs to live. I really am.
Oh, just gathering my belongings. I'll head to Fairfield post haste.
Oh, I can grab them both. Oh, I can't pickpocket you. Okay. I really feel like I should kill him. Fat cat armor. Huh? Fat cat armor. Oh.
Oh, let's talk later, dear.
I need some time to think, Commander. We'll speak later, yeah?
Hey, sweet, you still awake? How do I get in there? I'll be right back. I've got to use the restroom real quick. Okay, I'm back. This one I question, but I probably won't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing until the end of the game. And I see what happens. To be honest, I really think Inez needs to leave Auntie's Choice because they've done nothing but treat her like shit, and Auntie's Choice isn't good. It's not good. And I don't know how to get into here. But there's things to pick up in here. Is there a way to get into the... I don't... Actually, there might not be. I don't think there is a way to get in there. Every time I say I'm going to wind up killing one of these people, I never do. The only one I've actually ever... Well, I didn't kill the doctor either. But he's the only one I've actually took out revenge on. But sparing him does kind of go with what I have been doing throughout the game, though. I could have done the speech at 11. Bitty map. Hmm. I forgot who gave me this mission. Okay. Let's figure out the mystery of the missing things. Ah. Hello. Oh. Trauma kit, yeah. Okay. What do we have here? Huh. Oh. Where's this convenient letter going to? Okay.
You suffered extensive damage.
Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Is there a purpose? Oh, that goes to something. That goes to something. It goes to nothing. I've been lied to. What am I... Why? It goes to this. A crabble shell. Really? Wait, I'm actually risking my life out here just for... animal parts? Oh crap. Oh. Huh. Grateful mysterious rations. Investigate the smell. Wow. Trait sickly? Rations with dented tin cans and shabby labels. Curious odor permeates the air. It's unclear exactly what's inside these rations, but it's definitely not official protector crabble meat. A shipping label notes the crate arrived from the secondary landing pad near Cloister, near Winter's Grass via Sub Rosa Finagler. Huh.
What? Can't somebody loiter about a protocol without someone casting assuming glances their way? I know a presumptive look when I see it. You can't tie me to that. I'm just standing here.
So you won't mind if I tell those sick protectorate troopers you're here then? Give her a puppy dog look. Oh, come on. I ain't paying you.
Wait. All right, I'll talk. 6 or 7 months ago, some Auntie's Choice clock puncher made a shipping error. Sent a few crates of failed grafting materials here to Cloister. You know that grafting program they used to have? Where they'd give some hapless hullhead a big monster arm? Torn off one of a bunch of different deadly creatures?
Easy, pal. Unless you want to see this monster arm in action. Up close.
Sorry. See, you already got the memo. These crates arrived full of rejected Crabbo graft parts. Sat untouched for months till I found them. And I thought, little rebranding, the right angle? Bet I could sell these.
Ew. Oh. Ew. Why? This is gross on multiple levels.
I met this Protectorate officer. Smug as all get out, naive as the day is long. Said she had logistical supply concerns and needed means to feed the personnel guarding the archive. As the plan would have it, I told her I got a shipment of, imitation crabble meat. You repackage and relabel it, it'll pass for Protectorate rations just fine. She agreed. Bought a few crates on the spot, promised to send word when she needed more. I just had to grind up everything first. Remove a few telltale chunks.
How revolting.
I can't take full credit or blame. I simply misrepresented misallocated materials for profit. I am merely a humble opportunist. Here's an audio cartridge with all the details. Those troops hear what they've been eating. I don't know what'll happen, but they won't be happy about it. That's for sure.
I am both grateful and a bit sickened at the same time.
Don't mention it to anyone, especially not those damn snoops at Winter's Grasp.
Who gave me this? Who gave me this weird-ass quest? A mysterious audio module attached to it was a note from its owner, wishing they could find a way to broadcast it within the archive. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Well, I did this. Not sure who gave me this quest or why. Clear the protector camps. Eliminate 3 protector camps under the bridge of Anti's choice. Can better coordinate their disconnected territories. Oh, Ooh. Huh. The Burst of a Nailer warned you not to mention the scheme to the Snoops at Winter's Grasp. Probably worth seeing what said Snoops would pay for what you know. Scam the Protectorate. Time to share the... Oh, that's right. That dude gave me this one. Yeah, what's his name? I don't even know if I got his name. Yeah. A commander guy. That's right. Okay. Oop, that's an edge I don't want to run off of. Hi there. Alright, maybe save scum.
Any news from the field? Any further progress?
I shook down those, yeah.
Learn anything useful?
Second the Protector to eating rejected Crabblegraph parts.
Ha! A base opportunist after my own heart. Well, she can continue swindling the Protectorate then. Here's a little something for your trouble.
Okay, that... Okay. I mean, I'm no fan of the Protectorate.
Appear to need something. Hope you brought lookings.
Okay. A chilling antimatter plasma rifle. Ooh. I kind of want that. Okay, and I guess since I'm here, why not? Let's go clear out 3 of these bases. I'm a little bit too far away for that, aren't I? Yes. Oh, starting to get sleepy. I'm sure war will wake me up. Back, robot. Back. Ow. Ow. Little shit. No.
Reviving me is strategically optimal. Thank you.
Let's loot these while I can.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Go for torpification.
Ooh. Oh, that's a snipe.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. They're benumbed. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Happy to help. Discreetly. Let's get you healed. Someone call for a medic.
Dude, die.
anti-supply lines will be connected.
I don't even know if I really should be helping Auntie's Choice, to be honest. That thing come at me with a fucking chainsaw. Jesus. That thing was coming to kill me with a chainsaw. Ooh, yep. I have 23 plasma grenades. Good. Ooh. I'll take that. Okay, I think that's everything in here. Did I leave anything up here? Yep, I did. Oh, fuck.
Look alive, Commander. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Ow, you little... Wouldn't this just be one big camp? Why is this considered 3 different camps? They're literally connected by, like, feet. Eh. Yeah. Little Sprat dead. Okay, this one's a little bit farther down. Wouldn't rehydrated water just be water? Can you even dehydrate water? Would that just make ice? Or no, it'd make water vapor, wouldn't it? Hi.
Time to earn my commission. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Replenishing my firearm. Malefactors identified.
Torpificator at ready status.
Ow.
Raring to go. Protector camps are dealt with. Auntie's forces ought to pay handsomely for a job well done.
God, that's hearing her say that still makes me question whether it was a good idea to let that doctor go and try to talk her into leaving Auntie's Choice. Because she was definitely ready to leave Auntie's Choice when she found out that her whole thing with getting the graft was nothing more than to try to give Auntie's body back. She realized she was just used. Oh, you sneaky. Ah. Alright, I think there's one last thing over here to get, and then I can head back. Maybe two. Alright, map. Okay, your camps have been dealt with.
Any news from the field? Any further progress? Well, excellent. Good show. I'll rest a bit easier tonight. Not as blissfully oblivious to our struggles as others here, mind you, but better. Anyhow, here's your reward. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okie dokie. Wait, what? Advanced decryption key, okay. Journal now. Let's go to the incognito. And then go back to Paradise Island yet again.
Think we should make for Fairfield for the grafting lab. These two parts I got, I'm keen to investigate. Maybe one could be a match for me. Any advantage could help us at this point. And maybe I can bend the doc's ear for a moment or two. If anyone can help me make sense of what happened with Rasmussen, it's her. I need answers. So how about it? Thank you, Commander. I apologize for having us run about like this, but I just ain't been feeling right since the lab. Like there's an itch just beneath the skin. I'm just hoping something will put me right again.
I still question if this is the right path to go.
Agent, what do you need? May all our travails add to the equation.
Bending my ear? I hope you intend to point me towards someone in need of judgment. Speak freely.
I question if the internet was right on this one. Because I did look her stuff up for Inez to figure out, like, the best path for her. And I question that this ending is really the correct one. Because it makes no sense. Because she even said in-game herself that she was basically done with Auntie's choice because she realized she was being used and was lied to this entire time by Auntie herself. Like, to her face, in a snide, smart-ass tone. And now here I am, basically be like, hey, yeah, go prove yourself. You can still be with Auntie's choice. It's, And supposedly, this is the better outcome for her. I have doubts. I won't know until I actually see the ending of the game. Well, I'm committed to it now because I'm going to progress too far to make it worth it going back.
I can't say I'm thrilled to see all these Westport Protectorate folks playing house here in Fairfield. One's a doc, another's a technician. That Hogarth fella's got upper management written all over him. They have actual skills. They're making us look bad.
Don't sweat it. They don't have an ambitious bone in their body. Or ambitious bones in their respective body make... You know what I mean.
Keep trying and you might get there in the end.
Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate it.
What the fuck happened here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why? That wasn't there before. What the hell happened? Why are you cleaning blood?
I don't care where they post me, as long as it's as far from those horrifying rifts as possible.
Did somebody die? Oh yeah, you're in here too now.
Why do you linger? Do you enjoy watching us so abased?
I just came back to see you. I didn't realize you were here. Oh yeah, I've taken everything out of here that I can.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
Inez, have you come back for a tune-up? I've got just the injection for that. Freezes those pesky muscles right back into place.
No, yeah, a tune-up sounds good. I actually brought a few other grafting parts with me, if you reckon my arm can handle a stitch or two.
Oh, these are pristine indeed. Is this of an ursopod? My, I haven't seen one of those in many years. Oh, and a mantis swarm hive? The hunting must be good wherever you ran off to.
Yeah, you could say that. Since Doc's given her blessing, which do you reckon I go with? The ursopod's mucus gland could absorb some incoming damage, if you don't mind getting a little sticky. The mantis swarm hive, however, would be best for crowd control. Say the word, and I'll sick these little guys on any enemy in our vicinity. I'm intrigued by either option, really.
Honestly, I kind of like the mantis swarm. Go.
Hive it is. Just refrain from any buzzing jokes.
Oh, the mantis swarm is a wonderful choice. Hold still, dear. There. I dare say you won't be needing any tune-ups in the near future. But I do trust you'll find an excuse to come by for the occasional visit. By the by, where did you find these parts? What is it, dear? You look, well, a bit like you've been stung by a terror ray. I've got ointment for that too, you know.
There's a grafting lab way out on Cloister that was still operational. Till recently. I found it, Doc. And... Law. I ain't seen any horrors like that.
Still operating? Inez, do you feel all right? The program was shut down more than 6 months ago. Any further funding would be in direct violation of Auntie's orders.
I know what I saw. They were brutalizing folk and creatures. Paying them no mind, giving them no honor, even if they succumb to the process. The doctor there, he killed a friend of mine. And you're telling me you knew nothing of it?
Inez, I swear I didn't. That sounds... Oh, Sovereign's mercy, that sounds precisely like what I would protest with every breath.
The creatures they were experimenting on broke out of their cages, killed most of the staff. But you know what's worse? Keeping a dead soldier's body on display. Like a thing. I found the doctor in charge, still alive. We spoke briefly, and I allowed him to live. On the condition that he redeems himself and uses his research for good.
But this ain't the extent of it, I fear. I need to find out who's responsible for all this.
Oh, Inez, I know you do. But with the program officially shuttered, it would be awfully difficult to ascertain which individual has the pockets to fund such a... Wait. Yes, that does shed light on a correspondence I received recently. A vice president sent a message asking for my presence and scientific expertise to discuss a unique opportunity. I found the secrecy odd at the time, but I do suppose it lines up with your discovery. His name is Willard Conan, VP of Experimental Operations. The very man who was in charge of the grafting program at its inception. He's... Oh, I know that look. If you mean to do something, I beg you.
I just mean to have a little chat. I will be asking Willard to reform the grafting program. You heard from Dr. Rasmussen, right?
Oh, what the...
spared him and his research for this purpose. If there's good to be had from the program, then Willard needs to invest in that good. And you're my first choice to lead the new program.
You honor me. I did receive a message from a Rasmussen, yes. He is on his way with research to hand over to me. But... I will help you. Vice President Conan's office is aboard the Undisputed Claim, the flagship of Auntie's choice. I do not know where exactly, as I've never been, but it's my understanding that you will need to present this calling card to gain entry. Inez, what you are doing is noble, and I wish you the greatest of successes.
Thank you, Doc. Now, you get those grafting tools ready, because I ain't intending to fail.
I just realized her other shoulder had the mantisaur. What have I done? Like, I mean, at least, like, the Raptidon arm... It's different. It looks alright. But, like, you just have this thing hanging off your shoulder. And it's gonna shoot little bugs at people. What the... What have I done? And again, this is making me question if this is the right path for her. Because supposedly this one allows her to change things from the inside. I don't know.
Have an update about that personal matter.
Ooh.
You know, the one that might end the universe. The other universe-ending thing.
Yes.
Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais, Sir Bujold's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado. Oddly enough, to the anchor hold at Matriarch's Mercy Monastery. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. Inquire away. I may even respond. More than anyone alive, I suppose. Not that I agree with all of her stated conclusions. In our time at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, I gained many colleagues. But the work had cognitive demands. Let's say I possessed more associates than friends. She needn't have worried, though. I have recently come to appreciate personal connection. Theoretically. In a typically roundabout fashion, more or less. Not sure how she concluded that so quickly, but it was a reasonable hypothesis based on available data. I mean, of course I know who I am, or that is, I know who I was. Who I am now is a work in progress. A revise and resubmit. May all our endeavors yield expected results.
Commander, I've been thinking. Can I bend your ear a moment?
Yeah, sure.
We got the intel we need, Commander. The undisputed claims our destination. If we find this Willard and convince him to use this grafting research for folks' betterment, well then, all this hurt we've seen will have counted for something. Been doing some thinking about what happened in the lab. I went there to kill that man for what he did to Ortiz, and instead, let him walk away with his research. I know you never liked dealing with Auntie's choice. Seems you're right not to. But I still think we got a real shot here of making things better. Auntie's choice can't be trusted on their own with this research, that's clear. But if someone like me were to guide them, maybe they can be shaped into what I thought they were. If they could actually help folk like they claimed they would when they liberated Tau Ceti, it'd make life better for anyone. Elsewise, there'll only be more victims in their wake.
Shiny new Jesus, that's a shitty thing for me to say, seeing as I'm the one that chose it.
Ain't just saying that, are you? Ortiz sent me a message because he knew I would take action, that I'd remedy the betrayal both of us faced. If he were here now, he'd understand, I think. Are you with me?
Yeah, actually, yeah. He begged you to stop him. And yet here we are letting him continue. Actively letting him continue. This is making me question everything. It really is. He didn't want us to... Honestly, I don't think he did want us to help people. He wanted us to stop this.
Thanks, Commander. Maybe this is what folk mean by the architects setting things in motion. If I hadn't broken my contract, I wouldn't be here. Maybe proving myself was never the intention. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. Let's just see what Willard's got to say, all right?
I think that I don't agree. I'm still going through with it because it's supposedly supposed to be like the best choice, but I question this every step now. Every step I question it. Wait a minute. Okay, so journal. Anchored Islands. Cloister. Stabbing at shadows. Wait a minute. Am I not on... Wait. Am I not on Cloister? Oh, I'm not. I'm on Praetor. Alright, yeah, let's do an is thing. Okie dokie. Wait a minute. I'm at the wrong fucking... I thought I never did fly there. I thought I did. No, I didn't. Whoa. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to fix the lightning things too. I think I still got just one of those left. But I cannot remember which one it is now though. Oh, it's that one. No, it's here. Actually, wait a minute.
If it ain't my favorite commander, just stopping by to... Sure, always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Crafting. I need some more bullets, I believe. Okay, yeah, that'll do. And okay, none of the companions have anything. Alright, let's go. Wait a minute, is that a safe in there? No. Auto dock though. Yeah, let's use the auto dot, get rid of some of it's used. What? Why? I thought those things recharged. They should recharge. Oh, that's the search for the body. Oh, I ran the wrong fucking way. Ugh. Alright, time to kill some cultists. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of these people are probably going to be invisible. Wait a minute, did they actually set up... I cleared this place out and they set up shop here? Really? What? Oh, okay, yeah. Ah. From D sharp subject protected as a current status. From Dagmar Sharp to Consul Thoreau. Ozzy still lives despite the kill order. The incompetence of my so-called cultist leaves me once again humiliated and offering my humble apologies. To rectify this inexcusable state of affairs, I have sent a cadre. No, I've looked that word up. Like a group of sentinels to extinguish their life using her old friend, acolyte Severin as bait. I must beg one last indulgence, if I may. After Az is dead, I would like to Severin delivered to my office for debriefing prior to execution. That's fucked up. Okie dokie then.
We don't have to track her down. She's here. She didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel. with a fucking office in central control. Something like this could really cause one to question their sanity.
Good thing you didn't start with much, then.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that.
I suppose congratulations are in order for having dispatched so many sentinels. Can't rightly say I'm surprised, what with your knack for wanton violence. But still, impressive. And let's not forget that I was the one who gave Asa Helia Leitinger a purpose and fulfillment. Look at how much fun you've had.
Oh. Oh, I know I gotta save this woman to help Asa. I know I have to tell her not to kill this woman, but by God, they are making it so hard to not just be like, and kill her.
I'm doing my best not to threaten you with all manner of increasingly unpleasant and violent reprisals. Please tell me you had no choice in the betrayal. Was it mental refreshment?
Nothing like that, I'm afraid. But is it betrayal if it was always lies? Your willful ignorance is what made you the perfect candidate when I started the Dawn for the Consul, Asa.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me.
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak.
This is at least a complex plan. You're horrible at your job and I should know.
You know nothing. Society needs to be controlled for the greater good, by any means necessary. Or would you prefer a more corporate way of life? If you have issue with the nature of humankind, perhaps you should take it up with the Grand Architect.
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
As much as I'd prefer to not anger you, I must say your willful ignorance is still a thing to behold. You are always so willing to accept even the most specious of arguments. I can only hope your luck has run its course, and the remaining sentinels are able to put you down. Your death would put me back in the Consul's good graces. Goodbye, Asa.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively.
Yes, give in to the hate.
Really? Oh, but I so want to kill her. Okay, I'll keep my torture plans to myself. For now.
I've already cleaned this place out once. I'll do it again. So help me.
Imbeciles! How did you let Asa get this far? Stop her! She means to assassinate me!
There's literally nobody else here. I've already cleared this place out once. There's nobody here to save you. Not a damn person. You didn't realize, you didn't hear the guns going the last time I was here? I mean, I left a wake of destruction through this place, man. I really did. I even came down here.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, I guess there was a few left.
Dagmar would never let herself be cornered. She's sure to have an escape route. We should find it.
Ah, you're still alive. No, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. So start talking. Tell me why. Why did you do this? To me!
Why? I'm a loyal subject to the True Protectorate. What other reason is there? When the Consul tasked me to help save the colony, I did not even think to ask why. And you were an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside. But then you went berserk. I never could have imagined how you'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people.
It's a good thing for you the commander has been talking with me, changing my outlook on things. That means your death will be quick. Well, quicker than it would have been. What? What are you trying to say? I can't go back to that gray life. I won't. Why did I ever listen to you and all your questions in the first place? I feel like I don't know anything anymore.
You saw that, Azahelia? And you still believed? I am impressed by your dedication to the Dawn's theology. Dismissing hard evidence like that. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. It took you long enough to start questioning the fact that the Dawn always seemed to be being sent to places that benefited the Consul politically. Not to mention they were forbidden from throwing themselves into their beloved rifts unless given specific instructions to do so. Couldn't have them all just killing themselves.
Yes. More than enough, actually. I'd gone too far to admit it. Until the end, when I could no longer completely ignore the dissonance in my head. It's lies. All of it. Get out of here, Dagmar. Before I change my mind.
Yes, well, can I just grab my... no, I suppose not. I'll show myself out.
Oh.
What do I do now? I know that, but thank you for saying so. I meant, what should I do about the unhinged members of the Glorious Dawn? Without a leader, they could be even more dangerous. We may need to do some killing. You know, for old time's sake. I can send out a general message from here. I'll need to concoct some plausible theory to sell them on, though. Can't simply tell them to abandon their beliefs and just be good. How about this? I'll spout some vague new discoveries about the plan that demand we align our intentions with perfection before the Rifts will accept us into paradise, or some such nonsense. That should work, though I suspect a fair amount will simply just jump into the closest rift. I'm sure there will be some that ignore the message completely, though. Enough to keep my knife skills up, at least. It's done. I need to leave this place. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, my glorious console, I have much to report. My intuition was correct. I have found the perfect cultist. With the right prompting, one of my scientists, Azalea Lettinger, is a Helia, or something like that, is primed to become an agent of chaos and needed to finally focus the Sovereign's attention. Making her completely dependent on me was shockingly easy. It seems a lifetime of isolation and loneliness has primed her to accept anything I tell her, as she now thinks of me as her only confidant. As her only confidant is someone who she can look to for guidance. Your brilliant stratagem of publicizing undesirables as cultists at their executions has convinced her we have a large network already in place. When you deem the time right, I shall release her into the field to begin recruiting others. And sowing chaos. As per your glorious plan, sending the cultists to places where they can cause the most disruption has been working magnificently. Unfortunately, the religious fervor is beginning to get the better of some of them, and we're losing more to the risks every day. We must strengthen our revelations, forbidding them from joining with perfection, lest we have to need to continually replenish our supply of cultists. Losing a few here and there through self-sacrifice, idiocy, self-inflicted violence, or fighting our brave soldiers is to be expected. But we should afford but we can't afford to replace them en masse and maintain the momentum we have achieved. Of course, Consul, my attempts to reign in Naza have so far been unsuccessful, but I am certain, given time, I will be able to bring her to heel. If I may be so bold to humbly inquire, Your Eminence, is it really such a bad thing to lose a few vigilant here and there? It keeps the threat of the glorious dawn in the forefront of their minds, which in turn applies more and more pressure to the sovereign himself. Personal logs. I know what I've undertaken is righteous for my counsel has told me so repeatedly, but to actually witness Azza becoming a hollowed out shadow of her former self has been difficult. It's as if the plan she is finally realizing after years of clamping down on it is eating her from within as she unleashes on anyone and anything around her. It's hard to admit, even to myself, the fondness I once had for her has turned into revulsion when I see emptiness in her revulsion when I see emptiness in her eyes. Perhaps focusing on that instead of the person I once knew will make it easier for me to issue the kill order on her, regardless of any personal feelings I may or may not have. I have no choice in the matter. It is the only thing that could conceivably get me back into the good graces of the council. I find myself thoroughly dismayed at the council's announcement. How could we have gotten to this place? The sovereign and mental refreshment. It is unthinkable. How could our plan to get the sovereign to fulfill his role as the inheritor of not only his father's legacy, but that of the matriarch herself, have failed so utterly? But of course, I am not privy to the council's thoughts, and he's only doing what is best for the colony, as he has always done. It's not for me to question his judgment or his actions. Okay. Revelations. Glorious news. Rejoice, members of the Dawn. While our exalted leader may have attempted to betray us all by her freedom at the cost of our lives, she has failed. Instead, I am using our sanctified channel to deliver our latest revelation from on high. The glorious news that our journey to perfection can and must start this plan on this plane of reality. Our latest scientific revelation has revealed that the risks are simply the final step in our perfection. We must sanctify ourselves on this plane first, lest we be denied their paradise. It is now our duty to show humanity the way to live righteously. Praise the Dawn. I don't know if that was a good idea. Oh well. How you feeling?
I'm not ready to talk yet. Let's get out of here.
Whatever you need, Commander. Just name it.
All right. I think this is as good a place as any right now to actually call tonight, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember, keep it copacetic. Good night, y'all.